Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tiffany and today we're doing a glam fall autumnal look. I really had no idea what I was going to do with my makeup today and somehow it turned into this beautiful cranberry smoky eye. It's finally fall, which means fall looks all the time, and Halloween looks, which I'm super excited for. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at tiffhunter with 3 F's. And like this video and subscribe to stay tuned for more videos from me. Okay, so I've already gone ahead and moisturized my skin. I use the Promise Organic Nourishing Coconut Milk Facial Lotion with Hibiscus. So this is basically my go-to moisturizer that I use on a daily basis. But because I want to be extra, I'm going to go in also with the Glamglow Glow Starter Mega Illuminating Moisturizer in Nude Glow. This is a sample version. Okay, so next I'm going to go in with my Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer. I'm going to keep this on the outer portions of my face. I'm going to go in with a different primer on the center of my face to help cover my pores. Next I'm going to go in with the Porefessional by Benefit. This isn't something that I use on a daily basis. I do have excessively large pores, but you know, that's what God gifted me with. More like what my dad gifted me with. I'm just going to have to forgive him. But I will mainly use this when I'm doing like an extra glam look or I have a special event to go to, or if I'm going out with my friends, but like on a daily basis I don't use this. The majority of my large pores are right in this section right here, so I really try to make sure to rub this into that. I'll even put this stuff over any blemishes that I have to make sure that like it kind of acts as like a barrier to help like smooth out the bump from the acne, to help concealer and foundation go on more smooth over it. I have to say I'm having a relatively good skin day aside from like this and these right here, and then this one's trying to go away. I don't know if I'm getting a new one right here or not, but my skin has looked 10 times worse than this, so I'm feeling pretty good right now. Like, I put a sweater on today. It's fall finally and officially, and it's like super cold outside, and it was cold in my house until I put the sweater on, and it's not so cold anymore. So I was looking for a new foundation that doesn't have SPF in it, because literally all my foundations have SPF in it, and I hate going out with a foundation and SPF when I'm with my friends or like for a special event, because I'm almost guaranteed to have flashback in my photos, especially because I'm quite oily, so it kind of just makes it even worse. I was really looking for a good one, and like I wasn't really trying to spend a lot of money at the time, so I remembered that everyone on YouTube was raving about the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation. I applied this foundation for the first time yesterday and I literally was amazed. The only thing that I'm not a fan of is the applicator for this. It's not very like hygienic. I would have preferred a pump. Oh, it's fine. I got the shade Soft Ivory. I'm probably the worst person at picking a shade of foundation for myself. I don't know what it is. I look at something, I'm like, oh yeah, like that looks good. I even compared it to like the next darkest shade in the collection. I got this at Target. This one's a little too light. It's actually a little on the yellow side, which I'm not yellow, as you can see. I have more pink undertones. So I basically just suck at picking a foundation shade for myself and always have to mix with another foundation that I have. So that being said, I am mixing this foundation today with the Smashbox Studio Skin, which I'm not sure if I've used it yet in a video. I think I have. I use this in the shade 2.15. It's more of like my self-tan shade, which still actually never looks super dark on me, which I'm actually quite annoyed by, but that's besides the point. So I'm gonna put some of this on the back of my hand and do like 2 or 3 drops of this, and we're going to apply it with my Real Techniques sponge, which is dirty right now and I need to go wash that. So I meant to say earlier, like if my voice sounds like super nasally, like so sorry. I don't know what it is, but like my nose is all stuffed up and I'm like sniffling every 5 seconds, which I'm gonna have to edit out of this video. Yeah, sorry. Okay, so we're gonna put some of this on the back of my hand, like so. It isn't even like a runny consistency, which is how you know it's like more of a thicker foundation, which would hopefully mean fuller coverage. I'm gonna put like that much of the Smashbox, which you can see is already running. And then what I do is I just mix it together on the back of my hand. Oh, I actually put too much of Smashbox. I put a little bit more Wet n Wild though. Anyways, like I was just trying to say, recently I've been like putting concealer down first and then doing less foundation. But since we're doing more of a glam look, I'm gonna go foundation first. And I managed to get it on my lips, which I absolutely hate. Okay, so foundation's done. I'm gonna give you a little zoom so you can see what it looks like. Oh, what the heck is it? Okay. So I didn't put anything over my eyelids. Oh, great, I'm getting another little friend. But this is what the foundation looks like. I'm gonna have to cover some of this up. So now we're gonna jump into concealer. Maybelline Fit Me concealer. I got the shade 10. I forgot that this was like a dupe for the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, and I decided to go back to it, and I have fallen in love with it. We're just going in with the concealer today. I'm also going to drag it on the top of my eyelids as like an eyeshadow primer for when we get to the eyes. Okay, now that everything's blended in, I'm going to go in with my Laura Mercier translucent concealer. What? I'm gonna go in with the Laura Mercier translucent powder to set everything in. So what I like to do, oh, we need some more powder in there. What I like to do when I'm doing a glam look is I will dip my sponge directly in. My under eyes seem to get a little too crepey for me, especially right directly underneath where like my wrinkles are. So I will bake and push the powder in around the center where I said that my largest pores are, and then I will go in with a brush with a little bit of powder and I will dust directly right underneath. Do the same thing on my chin and my forehead. So now that the powder has been pushed in, first you want to blend out any creases that occurred with your sponge first, because you don't want to set any creases. I'm going to go in with a JH07 brush from the Jaclyn Hill Morphe collection. I'm going to take a little bit of powder and dust it right underneath. Then I'm just gonna set the outer portions of my face where like I'm going to bronze and contour. But this foundation does kind of dry down a little bit, so some people might not have to set it. Excuse me. Okay, I look very ghostly right now. But don't worry, we're gonna warm it up with some bronzer. If you feel the need, you can go in with like a foundation powder. This is the Bare Minerals Bare Pro powder that I've been using as my mirror. I also do use the Maybelline Better Skin powder. I don't really know if that's supposed to be a powder foundation. It's not a loose powder, so it's a pressed powder. So I just call it a foundation powder. But you can go in with one of those. Normally I do too, but this foundation's kind of pretty much set, so I'm not going to. I'm actually going to go in with the JH01, which is this super crazy big and overly sized brush, but it makes me feel so good about myself. So I just kind of dust off any excess powder that might be chilling on my face. It just makes me feel good about myself. This brush, I don't know what it is. It's just like, it feels very luxurious. Like I'm getting my makeup done, but I'm actually just doing it myself. Because we can't afford that. We can afford all this makeup somehow, but I can't afford for someone else to do my makeup. I'm going in with my trusty true yet hella dirty highlighter contour palette by IBY Beauty. This is my go-to, although your girl does have the Anastasia Beverly Hills contour palette. I just find that like the contour shade that I primarily use isn't pigmented enough. You know what? We'll give it a shot today. I'm gonna go in with the JH05. This is like Jaclyn's favorite brush that she created from the palette. Love this for contouring, absolutely great. So I'm just gonna take this middle shade from the Anastasia contour palette and we're gonna see what happens. Yeah, it's not bad. It's somehow it's not as gray toned as the other one, so I feel like it's giving me more of a bronze look right now. Okay, yeah, we're canning that one. We're going in with the IBY Beauty contour shade that I love, and we're gonna fix this. I think this side of my face is skinnier. Like you can't really, alright, it's giving a hella shadow because like there's no light coming from this side of my room. My window's over here, which I'm like, why can't they just be even? A little bit on my temples and across my forehead, only because I have a super big head. I am well aware. I have been told my whole life. My dad tells me all the time. My dad also has a big head. And I also put it on my jawline because I'm trying to hide this double chin that is my life. So I have lost 10 pounds, which I'm quite proud of. The goal right now is to lose at least 30 more pounds. So that will put me at a weight that I'm more comfortable at and that I was before entering college. So you guys might think I'm crazy, but it's what I'm looking for. I'm gonna go in and bronze now, and I'm gonna use the JH02 brush that is clearly dirty. Yes, don't judge me. Normally I go in with the Marc Jacobs Tantastic bronzer, which is an absolute dream. I love this thing with all my heart because it was sold out for the longest time and I couldn't get it, and then they brought it back, and it's almost like literally the size of my face. I'm losing my voice, sorry. But it's literally almost the size of my face and I'm like amazed. But this is more of like a cooler undertone, so it does kind of, it basically just emphasizes my contour. It doesn't really bronze me. Urban Decay Beach Bronzer. Yes, I do keep things in boxes sometimes. Some of the stuff I like to keep in boxes. Like if it has like a nice decal or whatnot, I don't want it to like scratch against the rest of my makeup because I do keep it in like a bag when I travel. I mean, to be fair, my face was hella white from the foundation and concealer, so we needed some help. But like, that looks crazy. I'll go in with the luxurious brush. I'll kind of just blend it back out. Sorry if the lighting's like fluctuating like so much. This is what happens when you film in the daytime. I apologize. The JH06 is my favorite to put on blush with from the Jaclyn Hill collection. She did make a blush brush, but this one's like more wispy, so like it gives you like a lighter touch so you don't pack as much on. So I have this one by City Color. It's the Be Matte blush palette. I was in love with this. This came in a boxy charm for me, so like the middle color is more like a plum. Actually, I'll go in with this middle color and just put that on the apples of my cheeks. I hate when things don't come with a mirror. It just drives me nuts because I gotta find another mirror. Ooh, wow. We just did too much. Wow. Okay. So when I told you this brush does a great job at applying lightly, that does not mean you are not at fault for putting too much on. It's my, ooh, I almost dropped it. The Laura Mercier, what's it called? Face Illuminator. This is in the shade Devotion. Going in with the JH09. This is basically turning into a review for this brush collection. Maybe I'll just title it anyways for the video. But when I like bronze myself up as much as I do, sometimes it looks like too white, but today it's looking enough. Okay, we are going to move on to my eyeballs now. And I did film this video once already and it didn't turn out well. And I did like a burgundy smoky eye, which I really want to try again. But the shadows that I used the two main shadows I used were from ColourPop, which are like the Super Shock shadows, and they're kind of old. And I feel like they're a little dried out, and that's why they didn't apply as well as I would have liked. And I don't really own another, I mean I do, that's a lie. I own this one. These are all Anastasia eyeshadows. This was like you put 4 of them together and you get this case for free, and it all costs like $36 or whatever. But I do own this one, and it's not an entirely matte shade, but it's not a shimmer. I think it's more like a satin. And then I do own, it's in my Izzy palette. I own this one from Luxie, which is like a dark, it's not going to focus on it to show you, but it's a dark plum color. Enough talking about it, we're going to go for it. So this brush collection has like 50 bajillion eyeshadow brushes. I've officially made this like a review for these brushes because it's just insane. I'm collecting all of the eyeshadow brushes right now, which is taking a while, and I will show you how many there are. I mean, don't get me wrong, I want all of them, which is why I paid so much for this collection. Alright, this is what we're looking at for eye brushes that came in this collection. I can't even hold them all properly. Like I don't know how to show you all of these at once. I guess I can't really make this review because I'm not going in depth at showing you everything. No, you know what? I guess I can, because that's what Jaclyn's video was for. I will link her video down below. You can watch her video. She goes through every single brush, tells you all about it, tells you what she uses it for. I am not going to be using all these brushes for this eye look today. She claims that you need every single one of these brushes like every time you do like a full-on look. Truthfully, I don't. But I just go through them and I'll use like what's clean versus what's dirty. Majority of these are dirty right now. Again, don't judge me. I will show you which ones I use for what purpose. So the main one that I use for starting my eyes and laying down the first transition color is the the JH30, which looks like so. It's like, it's the biggest fluffy crease brush. I'm gonna go into my Naked Smoky palette. I'm gonna go into Combust, which is this ashy transition color. It doesn't give you that much, but it's like a good one to lay down for the first shade. Today's just kind of it's gonna be more of like a boring smoky eye. Not boring, like it's gonna look cool, but it's not gonna be any like fancy artwork or anything. We're just gonna go in for it today. JH32, which looks like this. It's more of like a pointed crease brush. And I'm gonna go into this shade by Anastasia, which I can tell you, I wanna say it's Sienna. It is. I'm so good. Once you go heavy, you can't go back. So I'm gonna slowly put this underneath the shade that we just did, like literally in the socket. Oh, and then I'm going back in with the JH30, and just blending together. I'll probably do this a lot, so forgive me if I don't mention it, but just to help blend the shades back together. So this is what we're looking at right now. I'm gonna go in first with the Luxie color, and it's shade number 290. I'm gonna go in with this one first, only because this one's matte and the other one is not. I'm going to take a JH33. It's more of kind of a packing brush, not really, but the shadow is also very pigmented. I'm gonna put it on my lid, but I'm gonna kind of keep it on the upper lid if I can. I'm going to go back in with the brush that I used for Sienna, which is the JH32, and I'm going to blend those together. The JH41, which is like a packing brush basically, which needs to be cleaned off. Going in with Sangria, which is the shade up here. I'm gonna throw some extra powder under my eyes, so any fallout will fall onto the powder, and then I could just brush it all away later. I'm gonna go in with the Super Shock Shadow by ColourPop and Paradox. It might ruin this entire thing because it didn't work out last time I tried to use it, but I guess we're gonna find out. I'm gonna go in with the JH34, which looks like this. I'm gonna like put that where the Luxie color was instead. This look is like, it's getting rough. Like, it gets really splotchy when it's by itself. Alright, I'm gonna go back in with Sienna, only because we're losing that orange up top. With the JH30 again, and we're gonna blend like crazy. Alright, I am liking the look of this very much. Okay, we're gonna move on to my under eyes now. I'm just gonna go right in with Sienna, this burnt color again. And then I'm gonna try and connect the lower lash line to the top so it doesn't look like disconnected. I'm gonna try and take this smaller brush, which is the JH38. Go back in with Paradox, and I'm gonna put that closest to the lash line. I'm gonna go back in with this powder brush, the JH07. I'm gonna wipe all of this powder away. There's this other brush, it's the JH10, which looks like so. Jaclyn likes to use this to stamp powder on to like make her eyeshadow more like defined and like sharper. But since this is a smoky eye, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to leave the smoke where it is. And with this really teeny tiny JH42 brush, and I'm gonna stick my highlighter that I put on my cheeks in my inner corner to help brighten it up a little bit in there. The Kat Von D tattoo liner is awesome, but this one's dried out, so I can't use it. I do have the NYX matte liquid concealer, the NYX matte liquid liner, and I do have this one by Bobbi Brown, which one's just kind of my favorite. It's the Golden Bronze Sparkle, the Longwear liquid liner. I don't know if I want liner. Like personally, I don't go for liner. I don't jump for liner. I don't think it looks good on me. But like, I promised a glam look, so I guess we're going with liner. I just don't like liner on me. So wish me luck. And I'm gonna try to stay in the frame. I might have just ruined it. Alright, whatever. I'm over it. Okay, so eyeliner's on. Honestly, I've done a better job before. Today apparently is not the best, but it's fine. Going in with my all-time fave, Maybelline Total Temptation in brownish black. My favorite mascara. Those of you who don't know, or like don't know me, I like to sing. I'm gonna do my brows first with my Anastasia brow definer in medium brown. I guess I'll show you guys because I don't think I showed you guys me doing my brows last time I was on camera. Okay, that's basically the brow I'm going with today. I use the Morphe Continuous Setting Spray, which is awesome. It's only not awesome when your hair is done and the spray goes everywhere. I'm doing this before putting on my lashes, only because I don't want it to like irritate the glue and like loosen them. Once that dries, I go in with the Urban Decay De-Slick Makeup Setting Spray for oil control, and I spray this like primarily in the middle of my face so it can do as it says and control my oil. The lip I'm gonna go in with is the Milani lipstick in Teddy Bear. It's dark, like mauvey brownie nude. Don't really know how to describe colors at all, ever. Worst person at that, but I'm like a super fan of Milani lipsticks. I used to not think this lipstick was dark, which is funny because like obviously it is, but like I used to wear this like literally every day in the fall. I'm gonna go and throw on a pair of my Ardell wispy lashes and I will be right back. And this is the final look. Although I wasn't entirely sure what my makeup was going to turn out today, I'm pleasantly surprised actually. It isn't bad at all and I'm quite a fan. I'm super happy it's fall. I'm super happy I can wear dark lips and sweaters and scarves and boots and anything fall related. I can do fall candles and put out pumpkins. Thank you guys so much for watching. I truly appreciate it. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button down below. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. It's Tiff Hunter with 3 F's. And stay tuned for my next video. Bye.